All right, guys. Well, welcome to the Pilot Club. Welcome to our first town hall. My name is Serge. For those who don't know me, I'm the founder of the club, and I am very excited to be here today. And I'm going to start off a little bit formal, and then, of course, once we get the drinks going, it's going to be pretty informal, right? So the point to this town hall is we wanted to get together and wanted to kind of celebrate the club and update you guys on a bunch of things that are going on. And then also we wanted to do the giveaway drawing, right? So we have our giveaway for when we reached 500 members, which was a few days ago. So we'll get a winner for that, and then we'll announce our next giveaway, which is I'm pretty excited about it. But before we proceed, a couple admin things. If you guys don't mind, if you're not speaking, please mute yourselves so that we're not getting any feedback. I'll give you a few seconds to do so.
Is that the push to talk?
Yeah, if you use push to talk, that's fine. Right, so yeah, if so either mute yourselves, or if you use push to talk, you're good to go. And we have a very good turnout today. Appreciate you guys showing up. And of course, it's kind of becoming a tradition before we proceed. I want to tell you guys a pilot joke. So let me see, I have a couple here.
You know the one about the pilot, the controller's telling him you have an aircraft at 2 o'clock. And the pilot says, can you be more precise? Your aircraft is at 2 o'clock, 1 mile. Can you be more precise? Because my watch is digital.
That's a good one. All right, well, the one I got for you guys here is, speaking of watches, funny enough, what would happen if you wear a watch on a plane? Time flies. Ooh, that's a dead joke right there. All right, I got another one really quick for you guys. What's the difference between a first officer and a duck? Well, I'll tell you, a duck knows how to fly. Ooh, I hope there's no FOs here.
Oof.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Serge, just stick to your day job, all right?
Okay, I'll keep my day job. I'll continue with the meeting. These are horrible jokes. All right, guys. Once again, welcome. So here's our sort of agenda. We'll try to stick with it, but we'll see how it goes. Welcome. You just heard that, right? We're going to go over some information from me. Then we'll move over to flight operations, and the flight operations team will talk about the flights in the club. We have a slide for training, and the training team is going to cover that and talk about some of the training initiatives and items that we have. Ground crew, which is our moderators in the Discord, will have their 5 minutes fame. Media team, if anybody's here from the media team, will give their update on the media. Then we also have a very exciting Vet USA update. As you guys know, we've partnered up with Seattle Arctic, so we'll hear from those guys. And then finally, we'll get to the real reason why you guys here is to see who won the giveaway, and also to see what's going to be the prize for the next one. So that's our agenda. Now, I want to play a video for you guys. It's about 4 minutes. So don't fall asleep, all right? Hello, my name is Serge. I'm a general manager and founder of the Pilot Club. The Pilot Club is a friendly, thriving community of flight sim aviators. We share our passion for aviation by doing scheduled and unscheduled flights on VATSIM. We have a flight operations team that puts on 13 to 15 group flights per month in coordination with VATSIM Network. Our regularly scheduled group flights include Sunday Fun Day, Mystery Monday, and General Aviation Tuesday. Additionally, we have a World Tour flights taking place every first Saturday of the month. Our community has real-world pilots, both private and commercial, air traffic controllers, and flight sim enthusiasts of all skill levels. We pride ourselves on diversity and welcome all members who are interested in flight simulation. Our goal is to engage in a meaningful and helpful discussion about flight sim topics, where we could learn from each other and share our experiences. We are a social club off the network and all business on the network. One of the challenges currently faced on VATSIM is an increase of pilots who are less experienced on the network and in flight simulation in general. Because of our members' diversity, we have plenty of folks who are able to provide informal training to less experienced pilots, both in aircraft operation as well as VATSIM procedures. Additionally, we have a help and resources section where members can get their questions answered or look up information related to flight simulation. We are invested in training the next wave of sim pilots so that we can maintain and increase the quality of simulation on the network. As far as our social features, we have club giveaways, aviation quizzes, screenshot competitions, casual chat, and in-flight entertainment section. The club is about making new friends who have the same passion, flight simulation and aviation. We are a young club, but have seen a steady growth over the last few months because of the commitment of our members. We welcome every member and value their contributions to the club. Our volunteer team manages club server on Discord, and we are working on club website. We just released our first club livery for the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 fly-by-wire Airbus A320neo and have several more in development for all three major simulators. Our plan is to launch a virtual airline beginning of 2022 and continue to engage our members in exciting and fun group flights on VATSIM. When I hear members saying, "I love being in your club," I tell them, this is not my club, this is our club. Welcome to the Pilot Club. Welcome to your club. All right, are you guys pumped? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Unclear.
All right, sorry, this not face-to-face thing, it's like I'm talking to the screen here. Well, anyways, I hope you guys got excited about this video. I wanted to thank Eric and his team at Vet USA, and also Seth, who actually made the club video for us. He's part of our media team. So we have a lot of good things coming our way. We're working hard to bring this club to the next level. So that's our kind of promotional video. And we'll talk a little bit about our partnership with VATSIM later on. So let's go ahead and move on to a few items that I'd like to discuss, or I'd like to let you guys know about. So the membership breakdown is as follows here. We've been in operation for 5 months. We've got 500 members. From those 500, well, I guess it's more than 500. I didn't do the math on this, I'm sorry. There are 513 pilots, 49 air traffic controllers on VATSIM. We have 29 real-world pilots, and we have 1 real-world air traffic controller. We have 12 staff, and those folks are volunteers, and they stepped up to help with running the club doing the flights coordination, part of the flights operations team, training team, media team, the moderators, and I just would like to say thank you guys for stepping up. But these are our numbers right there. So this is what we're looking at, and we are still on track to reaching 1,000 by the end of the year. That's kind of the goal that we wanted to achieve. Obviously, having more members is better. We can do more flights, we can do bigger flights, we can do all kinds of different things. As you saw in the video, this is really our club. It's not something that I'm dictating how to do, but we like to hear from everybody and get your opinion on things and take the club in the direction that we wanted to take it, right? I think we've done a good job so far, and that I attribute that obviously to the staff team, the volunteers who stepped up and make things happen in the club, and then obviously all the members, right? Without you guys, we wouldn't be in operation. So thank you for that. So next thing I'd like to discuss is the standard operating procedure. And those folks who've been in the club for a while, forgive me, I'm going to probably mention some of the things that you already know. However, I think it bears repeating, as we've seen over time that folks really don't read the standard operating procedure in the club. So I just wanted to go over a couple of key things. I'm not going to bore you with the whole thing. Please go in that section and read it, but a few things I wanted to bring your attention to. So in the actual SOP, there are a few things that are important here. Number one, all our flights on VATSIM. So if you're new to our club and you're wondering how we do our flights, all flights are conducted on VATSIM. So obviously you have to be on VATSIM, and all VATSIM rules apply. And you can read those at your leisure. Obviously, we're on Discord, so we need to observe Discord community rules. I'm not going to bore you with those. You can check them out, but we've done a good job with not violating those rules, so we'll continue to do that. Some questions come up about aircraft that they may fly or a sim that they can use. For any club flight, you are free to use any aircraft appropriate for that event on any simulator. So whatever sim you're running, feel free to use that. Since we're all on VATSIM, we can all see each other and interact in that fashion. But as far as aircraft, obviously, if it's a you have to use the appropriate aircraft for the event, and all the information is posted for each event, so you'll know, the route and departure destination, those types of things. So don't bring a 172 to a 4-hour flight or 3-hour flight. Well, I guess you could. It's going to take you a while, though. All right. One thing I'd like to mention also, probably more for folks who are new to flight sim and VATSIM as well, is to have proper control devices for your aircraft and know your aircraft. So, obviously before you get on the network, it's worth mentioning that you should really know how to fly your aircraft, and have the devices to control it properly, right? A yoke, joystick, if you're a Airbus guy. The rudder pedals help tremendously if you have a throttle. All those types of things make the simulation more enjoyable, and it is really appropriate to have those devices if you're flying on the network. And then I also recommend to have some kind of charts, and you can get those from a variety of places. If you look at the SOP, you'll see some resources on that. So our flight announcements are made in flight dispatch. So at any time you can check the dispatch and see what's our next flight. Alternatively, if you're in chat, you can just type in next flight, and then you'll have a little link pop up there. You click on that, and you'll see the current flights. And speaking of current flights, this is kind of our busy weekend. We have an unscheduled flight tomorrow. Atlanta ATC reached out to us and invited us to participate in their event tomorrow, so we of course said we're going to do that. I think it's going to be awesome. Then of course we have our leg 3 of the World Tour. That's going to be Saturday at 2000 Zulu. Oh, by the way, the Friday flight is at 23:59 also. And the reason we do these weird 23:59, not 2400, because 2400 is technically the next day, right? So we don't want to confuse anybody. So 23:59 for tomorrow. The World Tour leg 3 is going to be Saturday, and that's first Saturday of every month at 2000 Zulu. And I believe Brendan is a guest host tomorrow. Lucas is our regular host. And then Sunday, we'll have our Sunday Fun Day as usual. And that's at 1900 Zulu. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make that flight. I don't think I may be away from the sim. However, everybody's welcome, and you guys have a good time with it. But I should be there tomorrow evening, flying with you guys, and then Saturday, of course. I can't miss the World Tour. It's become a pretty popular flight, so can't miss that. And speaking of World Tour, by the way, if you've not received your World Tour role in the server, you can go to actually About an SOP channel, and in the section that talks about flights, there's a link to the main post for the World Tour, where you can react with an emoji and get the role, and that way you'll get access to a special channel, and you'll be notified about all kinds of things related to the World Tour. Another thing that's important as far as SOP is to make sure when you come into the server, you change your name to your first name followed by your call sign. And if you look at the SOP there, you'll see the example of how to do that. But that's important for us. Obviously, we want to interact with each other, so first name basis. And then the call sign is very useful when we're flying together, and we can see on the map who's who, and then associate those call signs with a name and interact that way. So please do that. And as far as ATC, if you're an ATC, then please put a sector that you control in there as well, so we know where you're controlling on the network. When you do our group flights, it would be great if you could put the pilot club in the remarks field of your VetSim filed flight plan. That just gives the club sort of an exposure, and controllers know, hey, these folks are part of the group. And then if you are using our call signs, which I will talk about next, then you can also put your call sign, how it's pronounced. So if your call sign, for example, mine is the Pilot Club 6, TPC 6, but it's pronounced Pilot Club 6. So I would put call sign Pilot Club 6. So you might want to put that if you're using those. And as far as the club signs or call signs, if you go to the SOP, you can also see a section on there, and you can check it out. There's a Google Sheet that you can reference and see which call signs are taken and which ones are not, and fill it in, and that's your club call sign. And you can use that for group flights, or if you fly by yourself, that's fine. So next I want to talk about the our point system, the club point system. So we've implemented this sort of to kind of encourage more engagement and more folks flying, and it's actually a pretty cool thing. So for every group flight that you fly, you get 250 points, and then for all kinds of interactions that you do in the club, in the chat, posting screenshots, doing all kinds of things in the server, you get various amounts of points. And as you go through different levels, you reach different levels, eventually you'll get the frequent flyer role, once again if you're active in the club, and then that brings on some perks with that, and that includes, you'll see later on, for even for a giveaway, we have a certain prize for non-frequent flyers, and then a certain prize for frequent flyers. So for example, for this giveaway, that we're going to do, it's $50 gift card for non-frequent flyer and $100 for somebody who's a frequent flyer. Or you have a choice of getting the swag pack, which has like a club hat and some stickers and stuff like that. All right, so anyways, that's the club point system. So I encourage you guys to fly our group flights. It also helps when we have more people in these group flights, because our flights operations team contacts VATSIM and coordinates coverage for a lot of these flights, right? So we want to make sure we have good ATC coverage, and so when we contact VATSIM, we tell them approximate number of pilots that are going to be flying in the group flight, and obviously if nobody shows up, then there's no interest from VATSIM to cover those flights. So the more you guys fly in group flights, the better our reputation is going to be with VATSIM, and the easier it would be to get coverage for any group flight for us. If you guys are enjoying the club, and I'm kind of jumping back and forth a little bit here, back to the SOP. If you guys are enjoying the club, I would appreciate if you guys leave a little review. That helps once again with exposure. The link is in the SOP channel. Excuse me. Let's see here. If you need an official server invite link, you can just type in chat invite link and you'll get it. Or you can look in the SOP and get the link from there. And I encourage you guys to share this link with your friends, anybody in the flight sim community, so that we spread the word about the club and have more folks join. It's just going to make it more fun for us. So next thing I'd like to cover quickly is our channel guide, just so you guys know. And I'm not going to go through all the channels. We have a lot of them, but I just wanted to hit the main ones. So about the SOP, or about and SOP, we talked about that. That's one of the first things you should read when you join the club, or if you've been here for a while and you haven't checked it out, check it out. The next one is the club notams, and this is where we put all the important updates and announcements about the club, right? And that's where we posted this town hall announcement. This is where we post our giveaway winners, screenshot competitions winners, and things of that nature. So check those often as we post the most important club announcements in that channel. And then crew chat is another one that I'd like to highlight. Obviously, that's our main sort of general chat channel, and we try to stick to aviation topics, but sometimes it goes all over the place, and that's fine. We do have in-flight entertainment channel, where it's supposed to be kind of off topic channel, but I don't have any problem with, as long as we're enjoying ourselves and talking about stuff we want to talk about. You can use either or for off-topic chat, but crew chat is really designed kind of more for aviation-related stuff or flight sim-related stuff, right? All right, and there are obviously other channels. I'm not going to go through all of them, but please take a look. Let's see here. I talked about the flights. Go over to the next slide here. All right, so next, the quizzes. So the quizzes we post every day. Jason normally runs it, and sometimes when his schedule doesn't allow, I step in and do a few here and there. If you have any questions that you'd like to be featured in that section, send them to myself or Jason, and we'll post them. Some of those questions are tricky. Some of those questions, are kind of controversial, but I think it's just a good thing to have as we continuously learn about aviation topics, right? So that's the purpose for this, is not to see who knows more or less and whoever can get all the right answers, but it's really just to make you think about the topic, maybe to research it and just learn something new every day. So that's a daily thing that I encourage you guys to come in and check. Normally we keep the question for a day, for 24 hours or so, and then we'll post the answer and then the next question. Next thing is the threads. So Discord introduced threads not too long ago, and we kind of implemented it. I know a lot of people are not familiar with those, but essentially it's just think of it as in a chat or in a forum, a thread is a conversation that's separated from the rest, right? So we do talk about different topics. We have a lot of people conversating in these channels. And so if there's a particular topic that somebody is discussing, we can make that a thread, and then it stays kind of focused on that conversation. So as you look on the left side, or no, on the left sidebar of Discord, you'll see all our channels, and then under some of the channels, you'll see the threads. And I'll give you an example right now. In Crew Chat, for example, there's a thread called Sunday Funday Ideas, okay? And that's something that Andrew wanted to have so that people can kind of give ideas about destinations for Sunday Funday, right? So we keep that separate. Or in GA Flights channel, you'll see there's some flights that members are doing, and they want to keep that separate so that people can check that out and stuff like that, right? One to mention also is the help thread, and that's in help and resources. So if you need help and you post a question, if you could do that in the thread instead of the regular help and resources channel, that way it'll be easier. Just the help and resources is for really resources, and so then the help thread is for anything that you guys need help with. I mean, flight sim related. I can't help with other things, I guess, but flight sim related or PC related or aviation related, those types of things. VATSIM, there's a section on that, or a thread on that. So that's the threads. So next I wanted to ask you guys, and I apologize if it's kind of all over the place here, but these are just the topics that I wanted to make sure we cover. So I wanted to ask you guys, would anybody be interested in doing like a club trivia night? Similar to the quiz, but sort of like a town hall, but kind of have a trivia where we have some questions and some prizes. Maybe do that once a month or something like that. Would anybody be interested in that?
I'll be interested.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah? Okay. Anybody else?
The dude approved.
Oh, the dude approves. Okay. Good.
Dude approved.
Are you keeping score?
I'm not keeping score. I'm just...
Then I'm in.
Okay. It's more of a fun social kind of thing, you know, as we I mean, you guys have heard, I mean, this club is about flying, but it's also about making friends. It's about building a community, and I just thought it's maybe a good idea to maybe do something like that, and somebody had an idea about doing a trivia or like Jeopardy types kind of thing. We can work out the details on that, but I just wanted to get the feel for if there's interest in the club. So we'll probably work on it and put something together, and that's, like I said, it's a social thing, laid back, relaxed, get a drink and have fun for 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, once a month. All right, cool. So the next topic is the staff calendar. So somebody brought up this idea, and no, Lucas, it's not naked, we're fully closed, but the staff calendar is just, and it wouldn't be printed, it would be like a PDF anyways that will circulate in the club, just for fun, so that you guys know who are the folks behind the scenes making things happen, making the flights happen, organizing all these different things. Like I said, there are 12 folks. So we've been kind of collecting the pictures for those, and we had to kind of censor some of those, Lucas. Excuse me. And so that's kind of an idea we floated around. So I just wanted to mention it to you. That's going to be coming probably in December, because it's going to be 2022. So probably be a good way to celebrate when we hit 1,000 members. Kind of do that, and it's interesting because the pictures that we're collecting from the staff are aviation related, right? A lot of us are either in the aviation field, or maybe in real world pilots. I mean, some of us are just simmers, but at the same time, the idea is to have some kind of aviation related picture, and then maybe we'll do like a guessing game, who's who. If people can guess who the folks are. Anyways, but that's so you can put a face to a name. Like I said, we're all about making friends here, so All right, so that's cool. Next thing, screenshot competitions. I'm a big fan of screenshots. I don't know what it is. I take a ton of them, and I love it. And I post a lot, and I just like looking at it, and I like going back and looking at my flights, via the screenshot. So the competition itself is actually a thread. So if you look at the screenshot competitions channel, within that you'll see the screenshot channel, you'll see the screenshot competition thread. And that's where you can post your killer screenshots, one per person. And there's some cool perks that come with that, which I will not say here, but you can read about them in the SOP. So if you're good with screenshots and you got a epic screenshot, go ahead and post it in there, and then everybody can vote. And then it usually runs monthly, so at the end of the month we'll announce the winner. All right, so next we're coming up on, this is not correct on the slide.
It's gonna be hard to beat your upside down aircraft.
I know, that's, yeah, but I can't enter it. You know, I'm biased. I guess I can't enter the competition. But maybe somebody can crash their aircraft and take a screenshot. But all right, so the giveaway, we're gonna wait till the end. Which, see how we're doing on time. We're doing okay, 8:30. So at this point, does anybody have any questions or comments for me about what I just talked about some of the club things I put out? Anything, any questions, any concerns, comments? You guys good? Is anybody surprised we have one real World ATC? Do you guys know who that is? Neither do I, but I know we got one. I need to find out who that person is. Be interested to see. I'm really excited about having a lot of VATSIM controllers here. So recently we had a lot of folks join. So as you can see, we almost have 50 ATC controllers, which is great because really we're all one team, right? We're all part of the flight sim aviation enthusiasts and such. So I think it's great to see VATSIM controllers join the club, and I know you guys are also pilots, but it gives us a little bit different aspect on the flights that we do, because we're able to get some feedback from you guys, and you're able to get some feedback from us, and it's been fun. And at one point, actually, we had a flight where one of the pilots lost their communications, and he did maintain visual, just FYI, or had a visual on the runway, but the controller was in the voice channel and kind of did the controlling from there, just so that the person can hear him get the clearance. But anyway, so it's a good thing there. I'm very excited about having the VATSIM ATC join us and have more and more of you guys there. So, all right, cool. I babbled enough here, so let's keep going here. So I'd like to turn it over now to flight operations. If we have anybody from here, I don't know. I know Andrew was trying to make it. I don't think he made it. Of course, we have Lucas. Oh, let me just go through this right quick. So Andrew does the Sunday Fun Day, which is probably our most popular flight in the club. It's probably a tie between that and the World Tour, but Andrew does the Sunday Fun Day. Lucas, who's our Canadian friend from Canada, does the, I had to say that, Lucas, does the World Tour. Then we have Matt. Matt puts on our Mystery Monday, which we'd like to promote a little more, and we'd like to have more people participate. I know it's Monday, it's a tough day, but trust me, those flights are fun. And the way we work the Mystery Monday flight is we just get together and we look at the map and we see where ATC is, and that's where we go. So unlike our other flights that are pre-planned and ATC coverage is coordinated with VATSIM, this one we just kind of get together and we talk to each other and say, hey, let's go here, let's go there. Of course, Matt also is from Canada and likes to fly in Canada.
He's
but
from Montreal, though.
Montreal, yeah. And then we have Paul, and Paul came on board as part of flight operations team recently, and Paul puts on our GA Tuesday flights. And let me tell you this right quick. Last Tuesday was absolutely fantastic, and I think it was so fantastic and great that we're going to repeat the same flight the following Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. We were flying in Idaho, in the mountains, and it was just absolutely fantastic to do those GA flights. And you fly airliners all week, and then you forget how to fly GA aircraft sometimes, so it's good to mix it up and dust off that 172 or what have you, and then take it up and have a great time. And by the way, that picture of me crashing or crashed on the runways from that flight. So that's on Tuesday, so I encourage you guys to fly those flights as well. And then Bobby and Mark, they're kind of backups and helpers when they help with certain flights here and there. They both have very busy schedules. Mark is VATSIM controller, who is, by the way, is not in right now. He's taken a Eric's gonna hate me for this. Some kind of certification to get his next level with VATSIM.
It's called an over-the-shoulder examination. He's trying to complete his S2 certification. So following this, if anybody wants to fly out of Portland International PDX, I'm pretty sure Mark could appreciate it.
That's it, OTS. I remembered it now. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, anytime, and you guys will see these announcements here and there. If you see our club member doing this type of thing, or controlling, or doing the exam, if you're able, go and fly there and give him a hard time. No, I'm just kidding. Give him a good time. All right, so for some reason I kept talking, so I wanted to turn it over to Lucas. If Lucas, do you have anything that you want to talk about as far as flight operations? Maybe mention the World Tour on Saturday.
Can I say something?
My only news I've posted there. We've brought Brendan on board. He's gonna help out with the World Tour a lot. So he said he can make most of the flights, and anything that I can't make or anything like that, Brendan's gonna be out. So if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to me or him. Anyone who's not in the World Tour, I think we mentioned it earlier, can get in the World Tour by following that link in about an SOP, and then you'll get access to the Special World Tour channel. And there's some stuff in there, which is cool. We're on leg 3. I think we have 25 legs, and it's once a month. Or, sorry, 13 legs, and it's once a month. So it's a little bit over a year, and we're just beginning. So hope to see more people on board. That'd be great.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Nick.
For the FNO on Friday night operation, I can take care of that if I like 2 or 3 people are gonna join.
Yeah, sounds good. And certainly, if this is great, and we've discussed it a little bit, we can try these things. I know in the past I've kind of noticed that not a lot of people were flying with the club on Fridays because of other commitments and things. But I think we can definitely do this. So maybe starting next week, we'll put something on and see if there's interest, right? So if we see people join and fly, I mean, FNOs are fun, right? Obviously, you don't want to be a beginner on VATSIM to fly an FNO, so you need to be more experienced, but I'm all for it. I think it's a great idea. So we'll get together, Nick, and we'll discuss it and maybe plan something for next week. Sounds good?
Okay, roger that. Just send me a text in the Discord, and I'll get back to you.
Yes, sir. All right, sounds good. Appreciate that idea and a reminder. And Lucas, thanks for your update. Appreciate it. The World Tour has been hugely successful, and I know how much effort you put into planning these flights and getting the flight briefings and coordinating and everything else. And just like everybody else on the flight operations team, if you guys don't know, behind the scenes, a lot of things need to happen for these flights to be successful. So we're all volunteers, and we all like doing this, and it's a netted element to fly with the club and the group and be able to chat and and cruise and make friends and see the Congo lines on the map and all those types of things, right? So this is why we're here. So, all right, thanks, Lucas. We'll move on to. We've covered everything here. Okay, we'll move on to training now. So our training coordinator is Elliot. Appreciate his efforts in bringing training to the club. So our idea was to really training never stops, right? For real world pilots or flight sim pilots, doesn't matter, or a mix, So we wanted to have kind of a training program, and we're in the beginning of this, so please be patient with us as we get this going. However, we already had some trainings, and the idea behind this is that you guys can request training if you feel there are particular things that you guys need help with. And our instructors are Leo, Brendan, Mark, Bobby, McGuire, and Eric. And any of those guys really, they know their stuff, be so aircraft operations or ATC, and you can get some really good training from them, more formal or less formal, right? So you can even tag them and ask a question. I think Leo and Brendan and Bobby and McGuire are real-world pilots. And then Eric and Mark are ATC. So, and we have, as you saw from the first slide, we have 30 or so real-world pilots anyway. So you can recognize them by a teal-colored names. So that's the group for real-world pilots. All right, Elliot, if you're with us, do you have anything for the group as far as training and the system we got in place?
Yeah, I was about to say everything you were going to say, but
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah, so I mean, training really doesn't stop, and our whole I guess, goal of this is to help those new folks that are just getting into VATSIM and that are struggling, understanding and comprehending the phraseology and the whole system about it. That's one of our trainings that we are going to have in the future, which is going to be on VATSIM ground procedures. Talking about the clearance step of it, ground operations of it, a few things using the acronym CRAFT that could really help. Some sources that you can file your flight plans on. A few other tips and tricks, kind of to help new pilots understand and to be comfortable with ATC's instructions. We have a couple others, such as the CJ4 training flight Brendan did. We have another one planned, which is VOR navigation, which will be hosted by, not sure who wanted to do that. I think Bobby wanted to do that. But that would be all about tracking VORs, radials, how to intercept them, basically what a VOR is, and so on and so forth. But that will be announced of all the details in the future. We will have a Boeing 737 complete walkthrough that will happen again in the future after the VOR navigation training session. That will be all the rundown of the 737-800, how to correctly set up your FMC, and so on. We have the training request form that is in the Training Day channel. There you can find information on how to, I guess, basically post your topics you would like to learn, and me or another training staff member usually will pick those up pretty quickly and coordinate with you on what time is best. In the sheet, you'll have availability, where you can write your specific availability in the instructor that fits those needs, or fits the availability. Will post their name in there, and we'll reach out to you with scheduling. That is about it, I think. Does anyone of the training staff have any other comments to add to that? Or does anyone have any questions regarding training?
All right. Thanks, Elliot. Appreciate it. And I just wanted to add that you guys should really take advantage of this um, of this training that's offered, or the training that you need. Right. We have a very diverse group here with a lot of knowledge. We have commercial pilots in real life. We have PPL holders. We have, once again, air traffic controllers. A lot of knowledge is in this club. So if you're serious and if you're interested about learning, how to do certain things, the resources are here, and we're very friendly. I've not seen anybody who responded in a bad way to a question that somebody posted. We don't judge. We just, hey, here's the question. Whoever can answer it answers it. So please take advantage of that, and that's only going to make us better. And obviously, when we fly on the network, that's our club's reputation. As you saw in the video, we're fun. It's all fun and social things, in chat. But when we're on the network, it's all business, and that's what we do, and that's why we're here. We do we still have fun flying, but it's what's a good way to say that? It's we have fun flying, but we're also after sort of realism, right? And that's why we're here. We wouldn't be flying on VATSIM if we didn't want things to be more realistic. All right, very good, Elliot. Appreciate your volunteering for this and putting a lot of work into the training program, and I think it'll just going to get better and better as we go along. Like I said, we're kind of early stages in this, but we figured out the request forms and how we're going to do this and the structure and such. So it should be good moving forward.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Excellent. All right. So we're moving right along here. Ground crew and air marshals. That's our fancy names for moderators and admin. And I don't know how the picture of my cat got in there, but it did. So Eric is really our guy behind the scenes when it comes to server administration and roles and channels and things. He's got all that knowledge in there, so he's able to do that. So if you have any sort of issues or questions or what have you about the server specifics, he's your guy, and I'm just there as a placeholder anyways. And then the ground crew or moderators, which we really don't need at this point. Everybody's respectful to each other, and that's all we ask, is that you respect each other. But the moderators are, once again, Eric also, it's Jason, and then Lucas and Andrew kind of step up here and then help out as needed, just keeping things cool in chat. We've had some conversations that had sort of controversial topics, and we're able to be adults about it and not get personal with folks. And by the way, Airbus is better. All right, than Boeing. Okay. But so let's keep that up. It's awesome. But what I'll do now is I'll turn it over to Eric if you got anything about that there, or anybody else from the ground crew.
So I'll keep it short and simple. As some of you may know who I am, I'm Eric. I'm CCC1. I work here. If you hear my leash in the background, I'm sorry. Don't be alarmed. Basically, short version, long story. If you guys need help or anything from a moderator or myself or Serge, all of us have the tag. You can just type in the word moderator at any channel, and it will ping us. Pings are the best way to get a hold of me. If you want to talk about something private, please feel free to DM me. I have no problems answering DM. You normally get an answer within 8 hours or 5 minutes. There's no real in between. It's 8 hours or 5 minutes. So that's that. And again, if you guys have any Discord ideas, please feel free to throw them my way. We'll bring it up with Serge and everybody else, and we'll see what we can do. But again, if you guys need help from me, need anything from me, please feel free to DM me. I have no problems with answering a bunch of DMs. I am very well approachable, and that's all I got. Serge, back to you.
That's awesome. I appreciate that, and that's very good to know. As you guys heard, to to have Eric with us to be able to handle those issues and things, and with the server. And I mean, it's a big job. It's a important job and a big job for the server to run smoothly. So I know I hit him up quite often when we have technical issues or things that we'd like to change, this and that, and he's always responsive, and he's been responsive with folks, with members just asking questions and things of that nature. So, all right, that's awesome. We're running a little bit short now, so I want to keep going on this. If anybody's from the media team is here, Seth is the person who put our great video together. Roxy always does our flight videos. Well, and Eric is Eric. He's everywhere. So, do we have anybody from the media team? I don't think so. I think Seth said he wasn't able to make it. He's working, and he works in aviation, by the way, too. So that's awesome. He's at the airport somewhere doing airport things. All right. So next, I wanted to briefly mention, and I know I've mentioned this in the club a few times because I got very excited about this, but we partnered with VAT USA, with Seattle Arctic, and essentially this partnership is going to bring on very cool things for the rest of the club, right? For the members, is going to be special flights. There's going to be training sessions, all kinds of cool things that we're going to do together with VATSIM. And so the events coordinator there is McGuire, and I'm not sure if he's with us. He was trying to make it.
Yeah, unfortunately, McGuire couldn't make it today.
Okay, is this Sean?
Yeah, it's Sean.
Hey, Sean, how you doing? Do you have anything for him, or is there anything that I need to cover on this topic?
Yeah, so he didn't really give us anything to say, but I know what McGuire usually likes to think because I'm close with him. So we're glad to be partnered up with you guys, looking for a lot of great experiences. We're actually looking to have you guys fly in and have live controlling sessions with some of our trainees. Some of our S1s are trying to get their tower, so we'd love you guys to host events where we can train our guys on a new position on the live network while you guys give us the traffic. So that's one thing that McGuire was saying. If Eric has anything else, he's closer as he's the assistant events coordinator over here at Seattle. So Eric, if you're not too busy, can you go ahead and say anything else I may have missed?
I feel like I'm everywhere at this point. It's a joke. Not really. I kind of am. Wait.
You are.
So realistically, like Serge said, we partnered with the Seattle Arctic. Again, kind of a partnership with myself, sort of. But anyway, so like Sean said, we're going to be doing training flights. Hope to do fly-ins and fly-outs more frequently at Seattle Arctic. Do GA flights, so on and so forth. It's really kind of basic, and do training, so on and so forth. But that's basically it. If you are interested in becoming controllers, let us know. Other than that, that's all I got.
All right, thanks, Eric. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. And it's worth mentioning that this week's Sunday Fun Day flight is we're flying out of Seattle, so we'll have our good friends over there controlling. It's not something that we've planned together just yet. This has just been announced, so we need to work together on some of these flight opportunities. But we just wanted to go in there, and we love flying in that airspace anyways. It's awesome. So we've had a great time with Seattle Arctic folks controlling, and a lot of them are in the club here anyway, so that's great. All right, thank you guys. So, whoa, the moment has finally arrived here. So we're going to do the giveaway next, but what I'd like to do is I'm going to turn it over to Jason because he had the job of putting everybody's name in this wheel. I think there are about 30 or 35 people entered this giveaway. Let me remind you. Hang on one second. I'm gonna pull up my notes right quick for the giveaway. So the giveaway, which we started a couple of months ago, was when we reach 500 members, we'll be giving away a club swag pack, which includes a hat with a club logo, club decals, and then shipping to US only for those items, or a $50 gift card, or a $100 gift card if you are a frequent flyer. So this is very exciting. The only thing I was going to say, if you guys, so one of the requirements to be in this giveaway is you have to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. So we're not going to be too hard about it. If you guys don't mind, just go in and subscribe to the channel. It's a small following right now for the club. We've not been putting a lot of effort into the YouTube channel, but later on we're gonna have more videos on there and things like that. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe. The link is in the, you guessed it, in the About and SOP channel. Everything's in there. So I'm gonna turn it over to Jason, if you guys don't mind. And I wanted, like I said, I wanted him to spin the wheel. He's the one who ended up putting all the names in there. If you guys don't mind, Jason, are you in there even?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, if you don't mind streaming now, and you guys can switch to his stream right quick for the spin, if you want to see the wheel. I don't think you're streaming yet, though. Alright, so Jason is streaming now, so if you guys want to tune into his stream right quick, and I'll do the same. Alright, let me know when you guys there, just a quick check just to make sure, because this is going to be good. Everybody's name's been entered, and it's also good that Jason does it so that you guys don't think I set it up for somebody to win or anything like that.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So we're ready to go. Let's do this.
Yes, we are. So, welcome, club. My name is Jason. I am part of the ground crew, and I also run the aviation questions. Good evening. I thank you all for joining tonight. Something I wanted to cover real quick is, again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me, Serge, or anyone in the ground crew. And yeah, we can start now. Here's our wheel.
Oh, man.
Yes, this is a big giveaway. As Serge mentioned earlier, it'll be either Pilot Club swag pack, hats, stickers, something, or $50 gift card if you're a non-frequent flyer, and $100 if you are a frequent flyer. So without further ado, it's time to spin. And the winner of our club giveaway is Elliot.
Wow. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations, bro. Thank you. You should contact Serge after the town hall's over. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, that's awesome. Let me go ahead and go back to the stream if you guys don't mind joining my stream. We're almost done here. Just have one more thing, which is very important. Well, first I got to figure out how to do this. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm streaming now. All right, cool. So, can you guys see my stream?
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right, very good. So, congratulations to Elliot. That's awesome. You know, I'll send you the money, man, but you need to split it, I think. Just saying. Are you Elliot's a frequent flyer, is that right? I believe so. So you get a choice of the swag pack or the $100 gift card. You want to tell us what is Elliot? Yeah, you're in it. you have a choice? I mean, do you have a preference for what you want to get?
I think here.
Well, you can think on it. It's okay.
No, maybe after.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. All right, cool. So we got this giveaway wrapped up and closed. So our next giveaway, and this is not confirmed 100% as far as the goal that we're going to reach, but what I'd like to do is when we reach 1,000, like I said, it's going to be in December, because this is a big one. So when we reach 1,000 members, one of our members, Ryan, is Ryan here? Yep, he is. Ryan is here. So one of our members, Ryan, graciously offered a very special prize. And that special prize is... Can you guys see it? It's the Thrustmaster Airbus First Officers Pack, right? You have the sight stick and the throttle. It's very nice. It's not cheap, and it can be yours. So in the next couple of days, we'll go ahead and put the giveaway post together, and you guys can do the same thing. Just react with an emoji, and you'll be entered into that competition. After today, all your giveaway roles will be taken away. It'll be blank again, and then we'll start again with the new giveaway. All right, so I just want to say thank you to Ryan for providing this awesome prize. I mean, I'd like to get, well, I sort of have it, but I wouldn't mind having it, but of course I can't enter the giveaway. But I hope you guys are excited about this. This is a very good product, and it's a joy to use, especially if you fly Airbus, but really any aircraft you can control with it. So, all right, so that's that. So we've reached the end of our town hall. I appreciate you guys being here. And once again, I appreciate you guys being in the club. Once again, it wouldn't be a club if you guys weren't here. So thank you for being here. Thank you for flying. Thank you for being active in the chat, interacting with folks, making friends. It's awesome. I couldn't be happier. When I first started this club and I had 2 people in the club and we were talking about like how things are going to go, and 5 months later, 500 members, we're doing awesome. I think it's a really fun place to be, and I enjoy being in it. I enjoy talking to you guys, flying with you, joking with you, and all those things. So at this point, does anybody have any questions?
Yes, I do. You know what, Serge? If it's not Boeing, I'm not going.
Well, you heard me talk about Airbus, I guess. All right, Nick, you got it. You got it. I understand. I understand. We all got our preferences. Well, actually, for me, it's neither. It's CJ4. Cessna is where it's at.
Oh.
Before fly the big ones, you have to fly the small ones.
Yeah, well, I flew 319 for a decade, but I've never done. Yeah, I just did Airbus pretty much. So I need to try that one day. Maybe you'll show me how it's done.
Which one? I can learn you how to fly the Concorde if you want to.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's funny because I'm so boring when it comes to planes. Like, I fly 3 airplanes, and that's it. The CJ4, 320 now, and 172. So, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. Does anybody have any other comments, questions, concerns, anything you guys like to ask at this point? Suggestions, ideas? Obviously, we kind of ran over the hour that we were supposed to do, so I understand if folks have to go. But I had a great time during this town hall. Forgive me, I was babbling a lot, I guess, or talking a lot, but this is my first one anyways. Next one I'll be more concise. But questions, concerns, comments, anything? If not, we'll close this town hall. Just give you a couple of seconds if you guys have anything.
I guess last thing I want to say is watch out. GA Tuesday is going to be the biggest event coming up.
Nice, Paul. This is great. So Paul, like I said, was is the guy behind the scenes for our GA Tuesday, and guys, it's really a lot of fun. I know most of our members are kind of airline guys, and myself included, really. But every time I fly GA, I have so much fun. It's just different. It's obviously it's the basics. It's the fundamentals. It's how everybody starts, anyways, right? And to have that, there's some kind of freedom that comes with it. Flying, especially like flights like we did last Tuesday when you fly VFR. And I mean, you can pick up flight following here and there and whatever, but still, you have a lot of freedom to do things, and sightseeing is awesome, and it's just a great time. And I think last time we had maybe 9 people flying, so that's a decent group, and everybody who flew had a great time. So yes, we're pushing it, but it's a good thing. It's a good flight. And remember, you fly airliners, which have a lot of automation, but those stick and rudder skills, they still have to be maintained. Like I said, I flew 319 for just a little over a decade, and jumping into 172 was like absolutely like disastrous. Like, what is this? How do I fly this thing? Where's the autopilot, or where's the auto throttle, or all those types of things. So anyways, think about it. But Paulie, good plug, man. Good plug. Anybody else? If not,
yeah, I'd like to say, as far as the GA Tuesday thing, being somebody that's just getting started as a real world pilot, I've got 2 hours of flight time so far. Man, I'm all about that stuff. I've never really been an airliner pilot. I've always been about the low and slow, so I'm really looking forward to it.
That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's something about that's different, and I'm not knocking airliners. I mean, everybody's got their thing, and like I said, I fly it too. But just give it a shot if you guys haven't. Try it. Jump in a 172 or 152 or Piper or whatever you have, and just go on a little journey, on a little adventure with us, and you'll see how much fun it can be. And the sights and having kind of semi-formation flights and small airfields. And this trip that you see the picture of anyways was a bush trip, so very small airstrips in all kinds of funny places. And it tests your skills, really. It breaks it down to the basics of flying, without much help of computers and things of that nature. So cool. And Sean, thanks for your comment. Appreciate it. Anybody else got anything? How about, let me ask this question right quick then. Anything that we're not doing that we should be doing in the club? Is there anything that you guys think, hey, maybe needs to be implemented, or we should be doing? Because like I said, the main thing is for you guys to have fun and have a good time in the club, and really feel that it is your club. And that's the main idea. I mean,
Well, like I said, when I got into this, I'm still pretty much not experienced at all with ATC comms and all that stuff. I'm pretty much only used to doing comms, in uncontrolled airspace, so you just announce what you're doing and then you go on about your business, So I'm looking forward to trying to get some training and practice and all that stuff, the actual, comms, so I can become a better pilot, because, a good pilot never stops learning.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So that's good. Yeah, and for us, I think these flights, we always learn something new. I mean, it's obviously informal and kind of more by doing and that type of thing. But Yeah, learning never stops, that's for sure, and that's why we wanted to make training part of this club as well, so that folks that do need the training and
That was the big appeal for me was the training aspect.
yeah, yep. And it's like I said, we're kind of early in the early stages with the training program, but we'll get that going. And once again, everybody should feel free to jump in and just say, hey, I'm looking for this. Can somebody help with, like, how do you do this? And somebody will answer, believe me, very quickly. But more importantly, if you have something that you need that's more kind of about particular procedures or aircraft operation or VATSIM or stuff or topics or stuff like that, you can just put the request in. Somebody will pick it up and do a session one-on-one or in small group. We've done some small group training. We've done some VATSIM simulation, right? So when you're off the network, but we're using the voice channel to kind of simulate ATC, and that takes the pressure off, especially like for new folks. Right, so, all right, very good, good point, appreciate that. Anybody else? And feel free to, like I said, at any time, contact any of the staff if you got any ideas or comments or thoughts. Just reach out and we'll discuss it. No idea is stupid. We're gonna take the idea and discuss it and see if we can make it a reality. As long as everybody kind of likes it and it's doable, we'll do it. And I think our club is, we have very good folks in this club, you guys. And the folks that stepped in with being part of the staff and the rest of the members, your contributions are important to us. They're important to the club because that's the dynamic. That's the, we kind of mold the club into a place we want to be. So, yeah, feel free to share those ideas and thoughts and comments and anything and everything. So, guys, I appreciate you stopping by for our first town hall. Once again, forgive me if it was not as smooth as we'd like it to be. I mean, I know I was all over the place. I'll try to do a little bit better maybe next time, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Once again, thank you to everybody. Congratulations to Elliot. Be on the lookout for the new giveaway and go ahead and add that role so you can enter the giveaway. And if I'm not mistaken, that prize right there for the next giveaway is probably about $400. So right there is great. Once again, thanks to Ryan for providing this awesome prize. And last thing, guys, we got 3 flights coming up tomorrow night, Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday afternoon. So I hope to see you guys in those flights. We'll have a good time as always, and you guys have a good night.
Thanks, sir.
All right.
Good night,
Thank
sirs.
you.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, you got it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Serge and crew, for all the work you're putting into making this a going concern. We appreciate it.
Yep, James, you got it. Yep, thank you.
Sorry I missed it, Serge.
Hey, what's up?
I know. Everyone just got off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, man. We just finished, but it was all good. So Eric covered you a little bit. And,
okay, yeah, I talked to him. He told me he'd give the spiel because I didn't get home from work till like 4:45, and then one of my buddies showed up and stayed for a little bit longer than we expected. So
not a problem at all, man.